The Rajasthan political drama is taking centre stage 24 hours after Sachin Pilot was suspended as the Chief Minister of Rajasthan. A full-blown war of words has erupted between Pilot and Rajasthan Chief Minister. Speaking to India Today, Pilot has attacked the Gehlot camp, accusing it of deliberately spreading lies on his alleged BJP links. Pilot told India Today that while he has time and again denied any links to the BJP, lies are now being spread by a section of leaders in Delhi. Pilot also said that the lies are targeted at tarnishing his image and poison people's minds. Meanwhile, Ashok Gehlot has lashed out at Pilot, accusing the former Deputy Chief Minister of conspiring with the BJP to topple the government. Gehlot says Pilot was involved in horse trading. Meanwhile, Congress's Rajasthan in charge, Avinash Pandey, has said the doors of the party are still open for Sachin Pilot. He added that Sachin Pilot should come out of BJP trap by realizing his mistake.
मुझे नोटिस दिया एसओ जी ने, हमने कंप्लेंट की थी कांग्रेस ने कि हॉर्स ट्रेडिंग हो रही है बीजेपी की तरफ से। 10 दिन तक हमें रखना पड़ा लोगों को वहाँ होटल के अंदर। मुझे अच्छा लगा क्या 10 दिन रखा किसे कहते हैं? अगर उस वक्त नहीं रखते हम लोग, अब जो हुआ है खेल मानेसर वाला गुड़गांव वाला, वो खेल उस वक्त होने वाला था। रात को 2 बजे रवाना किए जा रहे इन लोगों को, इन्हीं लोगों को रवाना किया जा रहा था। करने वाले कौन थे? सफाई कौन दे रहे थे कि कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा था? सफाई वही दे रहे थे नेता जो खुद षड्यंत्र में शामिल थे, षड्यंत्र के पार्ट थे। हमारे यहाँ पर डिप्टी सीएम हो, पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट हो, वो खुद ही डील करे। अगर मान लो मुझसे मोबाइल नंबर दीजिए, हमें नाम दीजिए, हमें षड्यंत्र में शामिल हो, वो सफाई दे रहे हैं। नहीं, हमारे यहाँ कोई हॉस्टल नहीं हो रही थी। अरे तुम तो खुद ही षड्यंत्र में शामिल थे, तुम क्या सफाई दे रहे हो? ऐसी स्थिति में देश चल रहा है।
My colleague Dev Ankur is getting us this report from Jaipur right after Rajasthan Chief Ministers gave a reaction. Listen in.
In his most strident attack so far, the Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot lashed out extremely hard on the former Pradesh Congress Committee President Sachin Pilot. Gehlot mentioned that Sachin Pilot himself was involved in horse trading. He was hobnobbing with the BJP. He mentioned that the same leader who was going around before the Rajya Sabha elections mentioning that no one was approaching anyone to his knowledge with money, trying to sway them to their side, but that person himself was involved in horse trading. Gehlot has said that he has proof of horse trading. He has proof of the attempts to sway the Congress legislatures that was made by the BJP leaders, and he mentioned that the Pradesh Congress Committee President was hobnobbing with the BJP. So it's the most strident attack so far till date by the Rajasthan Chief Minister. Yesterday was the day of expulsion of Sachin Pilot from the Deputy Chief Minister's post and also from the post of the Pradesh Congress Committee Chief. And after that, in no mood to relent, Ashok Gehlot has hit out extremely hard at Sachin Pilot, perhaps further closing any possibilities of his return to the party. This seems to be a strident attack, a personal ego clash, a clash of personalities in Rajasthan politics, and the fact that the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister do not come along with each other has been common knowledge, but perhaps for the first time such a strident attack in Rajasthan politics has come across, where the Chief Minister has hit out at his former deputy in no uncertain terms. With Nasir Devankur Vadhavan in Jaipur, India Today.
Anand Patel now joins us live from outside Sachin Pilot's residence. Anand, where do things stand at the moment? We do know that Avinash Pandey has said that the Congress's doors are open just in case Sachin Pilot decides to come back, just in case he decides to make a ghar wapsi of sorts. But with so much water under the bridge, how are the power dynamics going to work between Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot? And many political analysts also have time and again said that that is something that is not possible at the moment. The other option is for him to join the BJP or start his own political party. What's going on? Do we have any clarity?
Well, let's just try and understand what is happening in Jaipur. After securing his seat as Chief Minister and consolidating his hold over the MLAs, Gehlot is now making an all-out attempt to oust Sachin Pilot and close all doors of his entry back into the Congress fold, particularly the Rajasthan Congress politics. So clearly, in response to what he said in the morning to journalists, including India Today, that he is being maligned, he's been condemned, and Gehlot and his men have been trying to throw him out of the government for the past 1 year, ever since Rahul Gandhi stepped down as the national president of the Congress party. So in response to that, Gehlot makes it a point to ensure that all what is information he has, all the SOG investigations which were done, they were out in the open now, and it's like more blood on the street. It's the Congress blood which these leaders are spilling, and clearly blocking all entry for Sachin Pilot. So leaving him nowhere, no option to return. This in the middle of, Avinash Pandey giving out a message that doors are still open. But the fact remains that Gehlot camp doesn't want entry of Sachin Pilot back into the fold, and that is what they're trying to do at their best.
Water under the bridge, Anand. It is needless to say that it's going to be difficult working with Sachin Pilot now for Ashok Gehlot if he continues to be the Chief Minister. Dev Ankur is also with us. Dev, then the next option is for him to go ahead and join the BJP or start his own political party as well. At the same time, you've got Gehlot accusing Sachin Pilot of trying to topple his government, which is true. That is exactly his game plan. But toppling his government, it doesn't really end there. What next after toppling his government? What is Sachin's way forward right there? Is he planning to join the BJP as Gehlot government is accusing him to?
Cheti, Ashok Gehlot has never mentioned that Sachin Pilot wants to join the BJP. What the attempt of Gehlot has been is to discredit, malign, put Sachin Pilot in a corner to such an extent that his return to the party main fold becomes extremely difficult, if not impossible. And that is why you see on 2 consecutive days the CLP meet was held when Gehlot knew that Pilot has been adamant, defiant, not wanting to turn up for the CLP.
Accused Sachin Pilot of conspiring with the Bharatiya Janata Party, Dev, to try and topple his government. That charge has come from Ashok Gehlot.
Right. Gehlot has been mentioning that Sachin Pilot has been hobnobbing Cheti with the BJP. But today's attack on Sachin Pilot was perhaps the most strident attack that Gehlot has had on his former deputy. He mentioned that Sachin, we have proofs, we have recordings. The men that Sachin Pilot mentioned were never involved in horse trading or were never being bought over. These same people were being taken away from Jaipur at 2 in the night. We have proof of that. And he also mentioned that the same person who was the Pradesh Congress Committee chief, the Deputy Chief Minister, was involved in these activities. So how can he ask the question as to who was involved in these activities? So clearly this is the most strident attack. Gehlot does not want Sachin Pilot back in Rajasthan politics. He does not want Rajasthan Congress to have anything to do with Sachin Pilot, and that is why he has been discrediting or going ahead full-blown in an attempt to ensure that Sachin Pilot, in the eyes of the party high command, becomes persona non grata, and that is what he has conveyed to the party high command also. So despite the efforts made by a few other leaders to ensure that Sachin Pilot somehow has some modicum of respect within the party back with him, Gehlot clearly does not want that to happen. So Sachin Pilot has his options very limited. He has already mentioned to a few journalists, to a few people, that he does not or will not join the BJP. That leaves him with the option of, of launching his own regional party. There are belts in Rajasthan where his loyalists come from, and perhaps he can hold the sway on around 30 to 35 seats of Rajasthan. If you look at the Gujar Meena belt, Swai Madhopur, Sikar, Bharatpur, these are some of the areas in Rajasthan where Sachin Pilot has his sway, which are Gujar dominated, Meena dominated, Muslim dominated areas of Rajasthan, and perhaps his loyalists can prevail upon him and mention that we can have our own regional outfit. So that is something which can happen. The other option that Sachin Pilot has is perhaps he can ask the BJP that we have the numbers, so you should go ahead and support us from outside. We will be forming the government because we have the numbers, around 30 to 32 MLAs. But right now that does not seem to be happening because Pilot clearly does not have that many numbers to be able to form a government even by cobbling up some kind of an arrangement with the BJP. Cheti?
That's right. They've continued to stay with us right there. In an exclusive interview to India Today, sacked Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot has refuted all the claims that the Gandhis reached out to him to diffuse political turmoil. Pilot has said that he did not have any communication with the Congress chief Sonia Gandhi or her son Rahul Gandhi in the past 1 week. He, however, said that Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi called him once, but the conversation yielded no resolution. Pilot also alleged that ever since Rahul Gandhi quit as the Congress chief, Rajasthan Chief Minister and his friends had ganged up against him. Pilot said that he had agreed to assume the role of Deputy Chief Minister at the behest of Rahul Gandhi, and despite Rahul's pledge of respectable role, he has only been humiliated. Dev Ankur is still joining us. Dev, with all the charges that are coming in from Sachin Pilot, it's very, very evident that the Congress High Command has somewhere failed to resolve the altercations that Sachin Pilot was facing with Gehlot, and of course the new guard of the Congress party, the younger Turks, are not being given their due in the Congress party. Dev.
Well, clearly, Cheti, the Congress High Command has been more or less missing in action through much of this entire sordid affair. It is common knowledge in Congress that Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot do not get along, and this has been going on for around 1.5 years or more, about 2 years now. Clearly, on several different instances, Pilot and Gehlot have tried to snub each other publicly. I remember at least 6 to 7 instances in Rajasthan politics, Cheti, when publicly Gehlot has snubbed Pilot or vice versa. But despite all of that, despite the fact that reports were being sent to the Congress High Command, there was no attempt being made by either Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi before this entire matter blew up, to ensure that both of these people were made to sit across the table and tempers were calmed down, because this clearly to an extent is a clash of egos. There is personality clash that is involved. Pilot clearly feels that he was unjustifiably treated. He was mistreated. He was not given what was due to him after having worked so hard by bringing the party from 21 to 100 in the Rajasthan Assembly, by giving something to Ashok Gehlot which he felt was not, which he deservingly should not have got. So all of those grouse was there, and thereafter, once the government was formed, Pilot repeatedly had told journalists that he was not being given any prominent work. The IAS officers were not,
Absolutely.
were not
Dev,
responding
Anand
to
both
him
stay with us right there. After
appropriately.
sacking Sachin
His
Pilot and his
powers were
loyalist ministers, Congress has moved to disqualify the 18 rebel MLAs, including Pilot himself. Rajasthan Assembly Speaker has now issued a show-cause notice to the rebels, asking them to reply by Friday. India Today has also accessed the letter written by Congress Chief Whip to Speaker, which led to the notices to the rebel MLAs. The letter accuses the rebels of deliberately abstaining themselves from the CLP meeting and conspiring to bring down the government. Sachin Pilot, meanwhile, continues to weigh his options. He's going to soon meet his loyalist MLAs and decide on legal options to reply to the Speaker's notice as well. Let's get you a sense of why Sachin Pilot will not join the BJP. Reason number one is that he will have no influence in the BJP if he joins without toppling the government. So that's the first reason. The second reason why Sachin Pilot will not join the Bharatiya Janata Party is because he might not enjoy a senior position in the BJP like he did in the Congress party. Reason number three is that leaders like Basundhara Raje will reject his leadership. So where is the chance of him even becoming the chief minister, even if the BJP comes to power in Rajasthan? The BJP tends to choose its own cadre as the chief ministerial face. And the fifth reason, of course, is that there are ideological differences that Sachin Pilot fundamentally will have with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Anand Patel is now joining us for the latest. Anand, all those reasons that we just listed out are the reasons why Sachin Pilot's joining the BJP is absolutely unlikely. But when you talk about ideological differences as well, it was Jyotiraditya Scindia too who faced these kind of ideological differences. But because of his political ambitions, he had to go ahead and take the plunge. Nobody likes to be with the setting sun, but with the rising sun, Anand.
Well, Cheti, if you see, there is a difference between Scindia and Pilot. Scindia comes from the Scindia royal family, which has a legacy. Vijay Rajesh Scindia, his grandmother was in the BJP and was a very tall figure even during the Vajpayee era. So that legacy, has continued. And they also have very close links with the RSS, the Scindia family. So that perhaps helped Scindia clinch a better deal as compared to Pilot. In Pilot's case, see, the dilemma is very clear. Pilot wants to remain an MLA. You look at his bios of the Twitter after he was removed as the PCC chief and deputy CM. He says Tonk MLA. So he wants to retain his MLA-ship. He doesn't want to forego that before the government is toppled. So clearly, he didn't join BJP because he knows that if he joins BJP, his membership is gone. So is the membership of his followers, the MLAs. So clearly, he's sticking to his plan to first try and topple the government. That is what foremost agenda had been for Sachin Pilot, and that is the reason why he's been hobnobbing with the BJP, taking support of the BJP. But the problem for him was that the numbers were not with him. At least 30 to 35 MLAs were required to match the numbers of the Gehlot camp with the BJP support, but that didn't happen. So perhaps it's time to wait. That's what Sachin Pilot camp tells us. It's time to wait and watch, fight out the disqualification notices which have been issued to them, because there are a number of precedents to show that such kind of decisions don't come in a day or in a week. It will take months.
But then either the option is to go back to the Congress party and not get along with Ashok Gehlot, or then to float his own political party. Questions now coming on about whether he's got the wherewithal to be able to float his own regional party or not. So it's going to be a wait and watch as far as Sachin Pilot is concerned. Only he knows what he plans next. While Pilot is denying any plans to join the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Saffron Party also may not be very keen to induct Sachin Pilot. BJP central leadership is aware of the sway that is enjoyed by the former Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje in the state party unit. In fact, Pilot's induction may even upset Vasundhara Raje, as it can go ahead and challenge her clout. Raje, remember, has successfully resisted the top brass's bid to sideline her in the past as well. In 2019, if you remember, Vasundhara Raje had stalled the appointment of Gajendra Singh Shekhawat as the Rajasthan BJP chief, and this came in despite the fact that Shekhawat was a clear choice of the then party president Amit Shah. Now, despite the poll debacle, Raje had refused to let go of her stranglehold over the party unit. And not just that, if the Bharatiya Janata Party decides to bring in Sachin Pilot in its fold, it may just make leaders like Kirori Lal Meena and Colonel Baisala, all of them unhappy, as they were brought by the BJP only to counter Pilot's influence over the Meena Gurjar community in Rajasthan.
हमें कोई प्रोटेस्ट करने की मांग करने की अभी आवश्यकता हमें नहीं लगती। बीजेपी का काम कितना ही है, इनकी एक्टिविटीज़ को हम वॉच कर रहे हैं, और जहां आवश्यकता पड़ेगी बीजेपी को कहां इन्वॉल्व होना नहीं होना, उन सारी परिस्थितियों को देख करके हम बैठ करके सामूहिक विचार करेंगे और फिर इसका निर्णय करेंगे।
Dev Ankur is now joining us. Dev, just look at this particular dilemma that Sachin Pilot faces now. Too much water under the bridge to go back to the Congress party. Of course, he will not get along with Ashok Gehlot. Even if he tries to be professional about it, there's only this far that they can go if he goes back to the Congress party. He may not join the BJP because of the reasons we just enlisted about the fact that he may not even get his due in the BJP. They already have those Vasundhara Rajes of the world who are the heavyweights of the BJP in Rajasthan. Floating his own political party only seems to be the third viable option, but the question is, does he really have the wherewithal to be able to do that?
Well, you're quite right, Cheti, when you mention about the BJP's, demography or the kind of DNA that the BJP has in Rajasthan. There are quite a few stalwarts within the BJP or chief ministerial aspirants. In fact, BJP is as faction-ridden in Rajasthan, Cheti, as the Congress is, if not more than that. There are different factions. There is the Vasundhara Raje camp. There is the Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, who is the Union Minister and Jodhpur MP. There is Dr. Satish Punia, who is the BJP State President. There is Gulab Chand Kataria, who is the former Home Minister and the Leader of Opposition in Rajasthan Assembly. And there are other factions, including that of Rajendra Rathore, Yunus Khan. So all of these leaders would not want or would not be comfortable with someone from outside being superimposed on them as the chief ministerial candidate and being made the chief minister with the support of the BJP, while all of these keep waiting in the wings. So that is one aspect. The other aspect, Cheti, is that Rajasthan traditionally, at least for the last 2 decades, has seen consecutive governments since 1998. The BJP followed by the Congress followed by the BJP. So all of that has been going on for at least the last 2 decades, and this state has per se been very, it has not seen the kind of turmoil that it has been witnessing for the last week or so, because it's a calm state. There is no rush as far as the politics is concerned. This is not Uttar Pradesh, and even the margin you see between the Congress and the BJP is larger than the margin that was there in Madhya Pradesh. So that is why one reason why Gehlot feels that he will be able to sail through, he will be able to, ensure the entire tenure of the Congress. Because remember, in 2008, Gehlot had a minority government in Rajasthan. The numbers of Congress were less than 100, but he still managed to pull it through because he had outside support from the BSP. That is how the entire 5 years were lasted.
Hold on to your thought right there. That's a very
So he has
interesting point that
conveyed
you
all of that to
bring
the party
forth.
high
We'll
command.
come back to you on that in just about a bit, but we are compelled to take a very short commercial break.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.